In August 2007, a group of American citizens, scientists, and explorers gathered on New Britain Island with the hope of entering and exploring an area unknown to Western science. In this remote part of Papua New Guinea, renowned for its high biodiversity, expectations were high as preparations were made for a month-long trek into the dense, humid bush. After provisions were acquired, a 3-hour truck ride through oil palm plantations and past smoking volcanoes led to the village of Baikakea and the Hargi Plantation. On August 18th, after meeting guides and porters, the group of 28 men and women set out across the Hargi caldera. A brutal 4-hour hike led to the shores of Lake Hargi, home for the next 4 weeks.
My name is John Gavesini, and I work for Hargi Oil Palm as a Community Development Officer. No research study has been conducted in this area, and much of the things you find here, maybe the orchids or the fish or the rocks, or some of them will probably be new to environmentalists or geologists or the butterflies or the insects. Maybe they've never been documented because this is still virgin country, and that's the difference with Hargi Lake and the other lakes around in Papua New Guinea. They've never been explored.
My name is Ben Masori. I am the chairman of the Lenona company called Lamoauru. This lake here was a traditional name for this lake is Lamo Auru. Lamoauru simply means a big mosquito. And why it was named Hargi? Hargi is Fred Hargi-Sama's name. Why it was named Hargi? Because he was the man that fell from the air and the people from here saved. So he has the heart to save this area. So on behalf of my people, I appreciate that. And I'd like to say thanks very much for all the things that we have done so far. Till the end, we leave this place. And hopefully.
Here we are, August 26th, in the middle of a volcanic caldera. Very exciting day. If you look over here, we have limestone. A caldera is formed when a volcano collapses in on itself, forming a bowl shape. The walls of a caldera are made of volcanic material extruded when the volcano was active. Finding limestone in an area that would naturally consist of igneous material is exciting, because it means that faulting has occurred and offset the rocks on one entire wall of the caldera. This geologic map shows the placement of the faulting in relationship to the caldera and the general rock types found in the area.
Mr. Fred,
After 30 days in the bush, our group bid a fond farewell to our faithful guides and returned to the Hargi plantation. After a final feast at the guest house, we said our goodbyes to the other expedition members and set off on our separate paths for home. My gear began to dry as I navigated through customs and boarded the flight back to reality. The daunting task of returning to school, work, and everyday life lay ahead as smoking volcanoes faded into the distance. I scratched at 6 weeks of stubble as I thought back to one of the highlights of the trip. 3 of us decided to hike to the top of the Hargi volcano, locally called Mount Evie. 11 hours of crawling through sawgrass, dodging pools with 3-meter snakes, and hacking at vines with a bush knife, all in the pouring rain. We arrived at the rim of the summit crater of Evie, into an experience I will never forget.
Inala